we're not photographers or anything, but we did to the best of our ability, use a nice camera and get all the settings good. And we had like, I'm sure there's footage of this too, but we have this like box that has a big thick blanket over it, and we shove our heads in there so that we're in complete. We have the egg up on like the candler is like
It's up on a pedestal.
we built a like little cardboard holder thing for it so it's there, and we can set the egg on it and very carefully balance it, make sure that it's on there good, and then we could get pictures. And so we took a picture for that nest every single day of those eggs throughout development so we can make our own turkey candling chart and like be even more accurate. People could potentially even, if there was a nest that was abandoned and they weren't planning on rearing them, they could still potentially use that to um gauge the when incubation
Yeah,
had started for that nest. So that
yeah,
could be.
that's all kinds of important applications. I just, the other thing I'll mention, Will, did you have any idea how many times they were going to have to go to Hobby Lobby to pull all this off? Because I feel like we've had to make all kinds of makeshift things
Yeah,
because they don't exist.
there's no telling what skill set you're gonna have to learn in this field sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's kind of what makes it fun and interesting.
if we don't have an exact um known incubation time. So if it's a VHF tag where we just don't have as continuous of data, or we've had situations where it was also just a random untagged bird that somebody accidentally
Mhm.
flushed and caused to abandon, and they called us and let us know. So we had no idea in some of those cases how
like the
long.
one that got mowed over, for example,
Yeah,
that you mentioned.
yeah, that was just an untagged bird, so we didn't know anything about her. And so in those cases, we have to candle them. So we have this. It's basically a flashlight. It just is the right shape to kind of like push up against the wide end of the egg.
Mhm.
And you do that in a dark area and look at the embryo inside and see what it's doing and how big it is. And we have like some printed out pictures from other species where people have taken like really good pictures at different incubation stages of like ducks, for example, that have a similar
Mhm.
incubation period to turkeys. And so we have to look at that and kind of characterize what's going on inside the egg and try to determine how far along they are. And then we'll do that. Starting off, we do it every 3 days. And then when we get more into somewhat close to hatching, we do it every single day so we can like make our estimate of the hatch date even more accurate. And then we go into like the hatch zone where we just turn all of the turning functions off. We don't touch the eggs, and we just watch them. And when it gets close to day 28, we're watching them often throughout the day, like checking them every couple hours to see if pipping has started. And so we're just leaving them alone and waiting for them to hatch at that point.